Ever caught your cat staring at you, eyes wide, and wondered, what are they really thinking? Well, get ready to have your mind blown because your cat's perception of you is completely different from what you might imagine. Sure, they follow you around, sit on your lap, and seem to depend on you for food. But how much of it is because they see you as their human? The truth is, they don't perceive you the way we think they do. From a cat's perspective, you might be something entirely different, and it's not just about your face or your looks. Stick around and I'll show you what cats really think when they look at you. Trust me, it's way more personal than you think. So, here's the first shocker. Your cat doesn't just see you as a human. Nope. They actually see you as their parent. Yes, that's right. Imagine this. You're sitting on the couch, minding your own business, and suddenly, bam! Your cat plops right onto your lap like you're the world's comfiest pillow. Ever wonder why? It's not just because you're warm, though let's be honest, you are. It's because in their eyes, you're basically mom or dad. Researchers have found that cats form attachments to their owners similar to how children bond with their caregivers. Wild, right? Who knew that your little furball, who acts all independent, is secretly a big softie at heart? You might not be bottle feeding them or tucking them in at night, unless you do, no judgment. But emotionally, you're their safe place, their home base, the one they run to when the vacuum cleaner attacks. Think about it. When your cat follows you from room to room or curls up on your lap, are they just being cute, or are they saying, hey, I trust you, you're my person? It's like having a tiny furry shadow that thinks you hung the moon. You are, in a way, their constant protector and they need you for emotional security. Isn't that kind of adorable and maybe a little bit terrifying, but how do they actually recognize you? Let's talk about that next. Now, you might be thinking, well, if they see me as their mom, they must recognize my face, right? But hold on. Think your cat is memorizing your dazzling smile or that new haircut? Not a chance. Unlike dogs, who practically study our faces like it's their favorite TV show, cats are on a whole different channel. For cats, it's all about the nose and the ears. Ever notice how your cat gives you a good sniff, or perks up when you call their name, even if you're in your pajamas and sporting bedhead? That's their superpower, recognizing you by scent, sound, and the little things you do every day. Your morning coffee routine, the way you open a can of food, or even your footsteps. These are the things that make you, well, you, in your cat's eyes. Or should we say, in their nose and ears. That's why they can walk past a photo of you on the wall and not bat an eye. But when they hear you open the fridge or hear your voice at feeding time, they'll come running. Your scent and the patterns you create are what tell them you are home, and they are tuned in to every little detail. So, next time you think your cat doesn't recognize you, think again. They're just focused on other senses. But there's more to it. Let's dive into what really builds the emotional connection between you and your cat. Here's where things get even more interesting. Cats are incredibly sensitive to your emotions. Ever notice how your cat seems to know exactly when you've had a rough day? It's like they have a sixth sense for drama, your drama. Whether you're stomping around the house or sighing into your coffee, your cat is watching, analyzing, and probably judging just a little. Feeling blue? Suddenly, your aloof feline transforms into a furry therapist, curling up beside you like, don't worry, human, I've got you. But if you're pacing the room like you just lost your keys for the 10th time, your cat might be peeking from under the couch thinking, yikes, I'll just stay over here. They're not just sitting there like fluffy statues, they're soaking up your vibes and sometimes mirroring them right back at you. It's almost like they have their own secret language. No words needed, just a gentle paw or a quiet moment to say, I get you. So, the next time your cat snuggles up when you're down, don't brush it off. That's their way of saying, hey, I'm here for you, even if I act like I own the place. They really do understand your feelings, and sometimes they're the emotional support you never knew you needed. But it's not just about emotions. Let's talk about how your cat actually treats you. Ready for a little surprise? When your cat rubs up against your legs, headbutts your chin, or even brings you a gift, they're not just doing these things randomly. Nope. These are not just quirky cat habits. Ever wonder why your cat acts like you're their personal scratching post, or suddenly drops a soggy toy at your feet? It's because, in their furry little minds, you're not just a roommate, you're family. Seriously, cats don't just put up with you like a weird house guest. They're basically saying, hey, you're one of us. That's right, your cat has officially adopted you. And those gifts, the toy, the leaf, or, let's be honest, the occasional dead bug, that's not just a present. That's your cat's way of saying, I trust you with my most prized possessions, even if it's a half-eaten cricket. These are the same things they do with their closest feline friends. You're in the inner circle now, congratulations. When your cat snuggles up, flops on your chest, or lets you stroke their belly, the ultimate trust fall. They're saying, "You're my person, I trust you, you're my family." How's that for a warm, fuzzy feeling? So, you might not have whiskers or a tail, but in your cat's eyes, you're basically an honorary feline. Welcome to the club. Love cats as much as we do? Subscribe and celebrate the whiskered life with us. But now let's dig into how your cat defines you beyond just family. How do they actually perceive your role in their lives? Here's the kicker. Your cat doesn't see you as a human at all. Nope. To them, you're not just another two-legged creature wandering around. You're not some background extra in the movie of their life. You're the star of the show. Ever feel like you're being watched? That's because you are. By your cat, all the time. Every move you make, whether you're pouring cereal or doing a weird dance in the kitchen, your cat is taking notes. Are you the mysterious treat giver, the door opener, the lap provider? To them, you're a walking, talking bundle of fascinating habits. They know you by your scent, your voice, and, let's be honest, your ability to open cans. Ever notice how they come running when you say their name but ignore everyone else? That's not a coincidence, that's love, or maybe just hope for snacks. You're not different to them. You're their favorite pillow, their personal heater, and their #1 fan club. Do cats care if you're a human, a robot, or a giant can opener? Not really. They care about how you make them feel. It's all about the patterns, the little rituals you share. Miss breakfast by 5 minutes? Prepare for judgmental stares. When you feed them at the same time every day, when you speak to them in a calm voice, you're creating a space where they feel safe and loved. You're basically their superhero, cape optional. You're the constant that keeps their world stable. But what happens when you break those patterns? When you change your behavior unexpectedly, like, imagine you're late for dinner, your cat's staring at you like, "Excuse me, is this amateur hour?" Or maybe you suddenly decide to dance in the living room, your cat's face says, "Who are you and what have you done with my human?" Cats are creatures of habit, and they take their routines more seriously than most of us take our morning coffee. So when you throw them a curveball, it's like their whole world gets flipped upside down. Cue the dramatic hiding under the couch. Ever notice how they act like you've betrayed them when you leave the house without warning? It's not just drama, they're genuinely thrown off. Suddenly they're pacing, staring out the window, wondering if you've joined the circus or something. Their daily rhythm is sacred, and when something's off, even a new noise or a moved chair, they're on high alert like tiny furry security guards. But here's the good news. A little comfort goes a long way. A gentle pet, a favorite toy, and suddenly you're their hero again. Understanding their quirks isn't just about avoiding drama, it's about building trust and making your bond even stronger. Ready for the next level? Ever wondered just how deeply your cat bonds with you emotionally? Well, hold on, this next part might blow your mind. When you see your cat seeking out your lap or following you from room to room, it's not just because they want to be close. Let's be real. Have you ever tried to go to the bathroom alone, not on your cat's watch? Suddenly, you're starring in your own feline reality show, with your cat as the ever-present, slightly judgmental co-star. It's like when a kid clings to their parent at a party, except your kid has fur, whiskers, and a knack for dramatic entrances. Ever notice how your cat appears at the exact moment you need a little comfort or maybe just a warm, purring blanket? And when they need your lap, it's not just a massage. No, it's a full-on, "thank you for being my human" ceremony. You're basically their emotional support human, whether you signed up for it or not. At night, when they curl up with you, it's like they're saying, "Hey, the world's a scary place, but right here, this is my safe zone." Who knew you'd become a living, breathing security blanket? So next time your cat snuggles up, remember, they're not just being cute. They're recharging their emotional batteries, and you're the charger. Isn't that kind of amazing? Your presence is their calm in the storm, their Netflix on a rainy day, their favorite playlist on repeat. And that bond is incredibly strong. It's not about food, it's about the emotional support you provide. Now that you know just how complex and emotionally intelligent your cat is, it's clear. Your cat doesn't just see you as a human, they see you as their parent, their family, their emotional anchor. They know you by your habits, your scent, and the way you make them feel safe. If you take the time to understand their unique perspective, you can deepen that bond and create an even more fulfilling relationship. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for our next video where we'll answer the burning question, can your cat really recognize you? The truth may surprise you. See you in the next one.